What's good, everybody? This is Moss Money back here for another episode of Money Pop Podcast, coming live to you on a Saturday. Cold as hell out, right? The Hawk is out, but we got games to bet. So I am the CEO. I am the president. I am him. They call me Moss Money. And we got so many games to go through, so much to bet. There is a lot of games on today. There is baseball's back, UFC's on. Man, we got a shit ton of games to kind of mow through and see where we can lie our money. But what I first want you to do, I don't want you to hit the like. I don't want you to hit the subscribe. I don't want you doing. I want you to go ahead and grab yourself a cup. I want you to get yourself. Now, if you don't got a sphere or anything, I got a block. You know what I mean? Get yourself a block of ice. Now, I'm going to pour something else in here. In other words, I would have a nice little glass or something like that, but we're gonna do something a little light today. Cause I ain't going nowhere today. It's only it's 20 degrees out, so I ain't doing shit today. So I'm with y'all. I'm gonna be watching basketball all day. We got UFC. I might catch me some FXL games on too. So I got my Eagles cup. It ain't a red cup, but I got my Eagles cup. We going with the little margarita. You know what I mean, little pour up a little bit. That was tequila in there. That was a really nice tequila. I'll get the bottle, show y'all what that looked like. But if you've been with us from before, you know we're up over $1,300 from $100 on our NBA basketball series. So we've been scorching hot, scorching hot. So I want to keep that flow going up. Hopefully it stays up. You never know. It can come back down a little bit. As always, it's all part of the game. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the biggest game of the day, for us out in Philly is the Boston Celtics versus the 76ers. They have not won yet. Boston's beaten us twice. This will be the third time that they're facing each other. Right now, the line is minus 1.5. Let us go to, I want to use DraftKings today. We're going to look at some player props for DraftKings. Let me bring up the slate for you, what we got. And I will present that right now. Hey, if you jumped in, if you chimed in, man, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Do what it do, baby. You already know what it does to the back end. You help us grow. We're growing crazy. Keep the momentum alive. Keep us running up. I want to get to 500 subs and then off to 1,000. And then once to 1,000, we're going to flip that thing to 2. And once we get to 2, it ain't nothing but 3, 4, 5, and then we off to 10. So let's go. Y'all make it happen. Y'all make it work. So I appreciate all the support that we do get. But let me bring up the book. So here we are right now. We got the sports book up. I wanted to first tackle the game that we talked about, that we're talking about right now. So this line dropped a little bit. It was, oh wow, it switched totally. My bad. Wow, look at all that money coming on the Sixers. So Boston was favorite minus 1.5. Now it's almost even money, about a pick. So money's coming in hard on the Sixers. I was looking at this game and I was trying to get a trend, trying to kind of figure out like who's going to be the guy. Joel doesn't typically have good games, so I kind of stayed away from him. You know who's had good games against Boston? The last 2 games is James. Harden's been a force. I believe he had 28 one game and then 32 in the other game. But what I'm going to go to is his combo play. I really like his combo play. I really like him over 37.5. He's hit this in both games. Hasn't gotten a triple-double, but he's scored over 20 points in both games, gotten at least 8 to 9 assists in both games. So well over 20 points, not like easily over 20, but well over 20 points. So getting here, I don't think it's going to be that hard. You're not paying a lot on the line here. It's only minus 105. So give me James Harden over points, assists, and rebounds over 37.5. Now, I was looking for something else in this game, and I really couldn't find anything that kind of geared to me. I don't like unders, play unders in certain spots. The Sixers are coming off a huge win and a thriller against the Memphis Grizzlies. So it's going to be really tough to, kind of bet this line, man. I have I'm not going I'll just keep it a bean with y'all. I have a future bet on, would you take the Sixers money line today? I mean the Celtics money line today. The line scares me. If it stayed at 1.5, Don, then I would have took Boston. If it stayed at 1.5, I would take Boston. But the line switched. So as we getting closer to tip off, money's coming in hard on the Sixers. So I would stay away. This is a true toss-up game. The only thing I would lean Celtics here is because the Sixers are coming off such an emotional win. So the question is, can they match that intensity, right? Can they match, coming back out? Now they're home again, which is a good thing, but that was an emotional, draining game for the Sixers. You learned a lot about the Sixers in that game. They were able to fight back. They were down big. They were able to fight back. Now you got the best team in the conference coming in, and you got to reach that intensity and then pass that because it's a team you haven't beaten yet. And they've always been your Achilles heel. And you know you're going to see them in the playoffs. So this is going to be a game where the stars have to shine, and then a key player on the Sixers side, whether it be Maxey, whether it be Tucker with his defense, whether it be Harris with his shooting, somebody, even George getting some shots up. It's got to be somebody on the 76ers side who shows up today, I think, for the 76ers to win this game. It has to be more than Harden and Embiid to beat the Boston Celtics. And to answer your question, I would lean Boston this game. I still somewhat lean Boston. It's a no bet for me, the way the line and the money's moved a little bit here. So I'm going to stay away from the side of the game. I'm going to take my player prop, as you can see, with James Harden over 37.5 points, assists, and rebounds. But if you're asking me right now, I would actually lean Sixers right now because the line is switched to the Sixers side. So money's coming on the Sixers, what tells me this has to be professional money coming on the Sixers. This has to be. You know what I mean? So that's what I would take on that take. I've been good, bro. I ain't been long, man. Where you been? Have you followed? Have you hit the subscribe button? Check out the series. We took $100 to $1,300. I've been here. Check out the video receipts, bro. Come on now. Good to see you, man. Glad you in here. But that's my take on this game. If the Sixers win this game, the Sixers are for real. Coming off, once again, off that mentally Grizzlies win, and then having to face the Boston Celtics, this is a huge test for the Sixers. Boston knows they can beat Philly. Like, they know they can beat us, right? But this is a huge game for the Philadelphia Sixers. I expect the guys and the boys to get up. Does Doc Rivers make the right choices, the right substitutions? A lot is going into this game, man. So this is going to be the marquee game of the day. But that's my take. That's my side. I don't have anything else. Nothing sticks out to me. Maybe Harden points because he's hit this over in the last two. Given the minus 130, I didn't want to double dip. So if he's not scoring, he's going to be affecting the game in other points. So that's why I like the points, assists, and rebounds. Maybe Tatum over. Tatum gets his. So I like Brogdon too at 13.5. I thought this was really low. He's averaged over 17 points against Philly this year. So this makes a lot of sense to me. For whatever reason, Robert Williams gets off against us. And I don't know if it's because Joel just lays off and doesn't give a shit, but Robert Williams gets off on us. So I can't trust Tobias. Maxey doesn't really have too good of a games with this defensive prowess against Boston. So if anything I would have picked, I would take a flyer on Williams, getting some putbacks, and getting lazy, not playing defense as hard as he can. So I could see Williams getting 8 points today. But that's my pick for the Boston Celtics and the 76ers. Like I said, big game today. Big game today. So that's my side on that game. All right. We got some other games that we can look at too outside of that. But if you guys got any more questions about Boston or any questions in terms of just betting or what games, what I think or what you like, or you just want to throw out a pick just to get my sense on it, I do the research for y'all. Like, this is why I'm here. I do all the work so you can validate what you've already done, right? So go ahead and post them in there and let me know. So next game I do like that's coming up here is the Miami Heat and the Hornets. Miami just got trashed by the Bucks. And the one thing I like about a good team coming off a bad loss is they always typically bounce back. And Charlotte's not a good team. I think they're 14th or 13th in the conference. So I expect Miami to win here. And I expected, for Jimmy to get up for this game. So I do like Jimmy Butler over his 21.5 points. You could put me for Jimmy Butler over 21.5. He's averaged almost 26, I think, or 25 points against. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Shooting forwards have averaged over 24, 25 points against Charlotte. I think they give up almost the fifth, 6 points to shooting forwards. So I'm going with this trend. This is the first time I believe Miami and Charlotte are playing each other, but you might have to double check me on that one. But I believe Jimmy gets off. Jimmy had an efficient game against the Bucks. I think he had over 20 points for 8 for 10 shooting, and he only played like 22 minutes, 23 minutes. So they took those guys out because they were getting trashed. So I expect him to come out fresh. I expect Miami to win this game, and I expect Jimmy to give me at least over 20 points. So you can lock me in for Jimmy Butler over 21.5 points. All right. Next game on the docket. Got some more heat for y'all. What other game? Okay, yeah. So I was really looking at Randall here because Randall went off. He went off for like 45. He was like 7 for 10 from 3-point. And I really wanted to fade Julius Randle here with his threes. But you got to pay for this shit. Look at this. Under 3.5. He's minus 200 damn near. Which is crazy. I can't pay that cost. So it got me looking at other places. They give up a lot of points to shooting forwards as well. So I will be looking at Ingram. This is not a bad line, over 1.5 threes. He just doesn't shoot that many threes. He had a pretty good game last game. He had about 37 points. I think he went 6 for 10 or something like that from 3. But he was hot. So he just started, shooting. If you look at the other games, he only shoots 3 or 4 threes a game. He's a mid-range guy, always has been. He's got the range to shoot from 3, but he just doesn't do it a lot. So I'm looking at CJ here. This is one of the lesser bets. So if you want to rank some of the bets that I have here that you see, this is a top play. So when I say a top play, I'm betting at least a unit on it. So I'm betting 100. So just to give you a sense of where I'm at on these plays. So I'm gonna go 100 here, right? I'm gonna do 50 for Jimmy. Actually, no, I like 75 for Jimmy, right? And then I'm gonna go CJ over his points. In the last 5 games, he's hit over 20 points in 4 of the last 5. He's a bucket. It's really that simple. CJ is a bucket. So give me, you're going to pay for it a little bit here with the minus 125, but it's going to be one of my lesser plays. I'm going to go $50 on CJ McCullough over 20.5 points. All right, let's keep this thing rolling, man. Keep this thing rolling. All right, let me do a little post right here. We're going to go to the what we got here? People hit me up. People jump. Hey, don't hit me up for the plays. Jump on the show. Right? This is why I do the show. Yo, Nate, what's the plays? Money, what's the plays? You got me? No, bro. Jump on. I'm giving free game right now, man. What y'all doing? But all right, so we got those 3 plays. This is my best play of the day. Okay. I'm going to go right here to Denver and Memphis. And I'm looking at Jokic, right? I'm looking at Jokic. No Adams. No Sam. No, is it Sam Adams? Sam Adams. Is it Sam Adams? What the fuck is his name? Hold up. That's so bad because I know who he is. He's like a tough guy. Is it Sam? Steve Adams. Steve Adams, not Sam. Steve Adams. No Steve Adams. And I saw a trend. I said, yo, Steve is a problem on the boards. He's a big body, physical type guy. And what I was thinking was like, yo, The boards are going to be open on this one. Jokic gets 10 to 13 boards a game anyway. And now you don't got no Adams in there. Oh, man, he's going to eat. So I mean, think about last game. Embiid gets you like 10. He had 18, 19 boards last game. Who was the other player? Like they've given up almost 15 boards since Adams been out to centers. The guy from the Jazz had 14 boards, Kessler. Go to the Celtics. Williams had 16 boards. We go to the Bulls. Vukovic had 17 boards. So with Adams out, it's a big problem. Give me Nikolai Jokic over 13 and a half boards. I love that play today, and I'm getting it plus money. Give me more heavier bet, man. Give me 150 on that one. I love this play. Right? You don't have to bet all these like this. You could take all these out and just go with this, right? The money I'm spending here, like I have no problem doing this. No problem. No problem whatsoever taking all these out and going with this. I absolutely love this play. This is my best play of the day right here. Jokic over his rebounds. Love that play there. I think he actually gets almost 15 to 17 rebounds. That's where I have him today. He'll probably get 10 by the first half. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me if he got 10 by the first half. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. I want to share out now. So, I love this play right here. So, make sure you lock this play in. If anything, if you got other plays, right? If you're trying to look for something to add this motherfucking play right here. Love this play right here. It's a big play for me today. So, those are the 4 plays for NBA basketball. That's what I'm going with today. So let me clear this out now. If you don't like any of the player props today, let me go back to NBA. My guy Renzo's not on to do college for me, so I don't have any college plays for you guys. I know baseball started today. It's spring training. I don't bet spring training really. Interesting about the pitcher clock though. See how that changes the game a little bit. So that's going to be good from us from a betting perspective because from a pitcher standpoint, strikeouts, at bats and all that stuff that we bet on from a player prop perspective, it's going to speed up the game. So it's going to speed up the internal clock. Like even Harper has this routine that he does before he gets up in the back. He gets his gloves on, he does his gloves, gets his bat ready. He does his little touch of the ground. He shakes a little bit, you know what I mean? And then he gets ready. I don't know. I think that's a little bit longer than 15 seconds for him to get ready. So it's going to be really interesting how batters and pitchers start to change their normal routine as they get up to either pitch or bat. Going to be real interesting today. So if I was taking the sides of anything today, I would lean. Yeah, so I would take money line here. The Heat. Man, this Boston Sixers game. Oh, I just want to say what's this? Because the Spurs suck. Minus 135. Wow. This is plus 5. I would take this now. Giannis got hurt yesterday. He twisted his knee a little bit. Hold on. Let me see that real quick. Hold on. I know he left the game last game. Is he going to play? I don't think he's going to play. Yeah, Giannis exited with a knee injury. Early exit brother then Friday as he wrote to he left in the first quarter with a knee issue. Sometimes you have to stop him from being himself. Was on the floor late in the first quarter. I mean, they're a good team, right? They're a good team without him. But Phoenix is a really good team. So But see, Milwaukee's pretty good at home. I would protect myself a little bit here. I would take the points. Um, I don't even look at anything else that sticks out to me. But yeah, I would take the points. No Giannis tomorrow, more likely. We gotta like Phoenix there. But with today, let's go a little dog. A little dog. Let's go. And then Denver. Actually, no, I don't like Denver, man. Memphis has only lost 5 games at home, bro. Like Memphis has only lost 5 games at home, and that's tough to overlook. They are a very, very good home team. Very good. They're an excellent, actually, home team. I don't. They might be the best home team in the league. So that's going to be hard for them to win that game. So that's why that line's short like that. I think I'll stick with this. And if you like the Sixers, you know what I mean? And if you like the Sixers there, that's not a bad lineup. That's not a bad bet right there. Money line. Hopefully Giannis is out, right? That's what you got to bet on, right? That's the only reason bet. And then take the Sixers. That's not a bad play. Almost 4.5 to 1. You know, something light. 25 when you won 30, 36. If you got something, if you got your bankroll allows it, hey, go with it. Go with it. Go 400. You know what I mean? You feeling really good. Your bankroll's really healthy. Why not? All you got to wait on is on this one, and you got the points. Not bad. Not bad. But we'll be on tomorrow. Talk more about some of the games tomorrow, especially after what we did today. So those are the NBA plays. We got some more plays for you. I'm not going to let you guys go without some more plays. We're going to head down to UFC. So I've always bet fights. I know the fights are on right now, actually. Prelims are on right now. There's only 2 plays I do like in today's fights. I like the dogs. Oh, Mays has went into the thing. So he was a dog. Mays was a dog. I definitely like Mays. This would be my best UFC bet of today is Dontel Mays minus 115. Augusta Shakur, he started off really good, but he's lost by KO his last 4 fights, like knocked out clean. So I don't. He's usually when fighters in the UFC start losing like that, and he's been around for a while. It's usually kind of a tell that he's it. Now this is his last thing. Like if he loses his fight, it could be over for him too, right? If he loses his fight, it could be a wrap, and he's no longer in the UFC. So there's some want to do that, but he's going against a tall task, a big guy, very strong. I believe he's 2-1 in his last 3, and a couple knockouts there. So I like Mays. Should be a banger. The fight should actually not go the distance. So let's see what that is real quick. Yeah, see over and under. Mays to win by KO is plus 200. That's not a bad bet. Where's the double chance bets? Nah. So win methods. It's usually so a double chance bet is when you can hear it is double chance bet. You can usually bet them to win by either or. You got to pay a little bit for it, but it's not a bad way to bet. I've kind of learned from some other bettors I've seen that that's actually a good way to bet. So right here. So Dante Mays to win by KO or decision. I doubt he subs him. But to win by KO decision, I like this bet here. You get it plus money, plus 110. Lock me in for that. Something light, quick 50, double up real quick. And then the other bet I like in the UFC. It's the bull Ryan Spang. Now, Krylov, good fighter, really good fighter. But he's lost a little bit along the way. Ryan has only lost to top end opponents. So I kind of like Ryan here in the dog spot. I think he has the skill to beat Nigatai or whatever how you pronounce his first name. That's the one thing about UFC. Like that would be terrible at a UFC fight because I can't pronounce none of these boys' name because they're all from like different countries and shit. Like my pronunciation sucks as it is right now. So let me bring up that fight real quick on my phone. I just want to tell you guys if you follow UFC, some of the fights that uh Krivlov has won. So, Gustafsson, Alexander Gustafsson was a really good win, but he was past his prime and he was done. But he lost to Paul Craig, who's he lost to Magomed. He beat Johnny Walker, lost to Teixeira, Blakovic, which going back to 18. So he's lost to some pretty decent opponents, pretty much top end guys who've been champions or who fought for the belt. So that's why that one, kind of gives you a hint of where he's at from a skill perspective. Now Spain's coming off. He's won 3 in the last in a row. Lost to Anthony Smith though, but he beat a dude named Ian, and he beat Dominic Reyes, who took John Jones to the limit. A lot of people had Reyes beating Jones in that fight, but Reyes fell off completely, and he knocked him out. So I like Ryan here. He's got a little bit size advantage. He's got a little bit of length advantage. I think he's a good bet as a dog bet for sure. It's not anything crazy I love. So it would just be a lean for me here. So counting how this fight goes, if I hit this fight, I'll just throw it all on Ryan Spain to win outright plus 150. Not getting sexy with it, not getting cute with it. But I would throw it on him to win right here, Ryan Spain. All right, we got more. We got more bets, yo. Like we still got more bets to talk about, so don't worry. I got more. Don't worry about it. I got some more. All right, we're gonna go to the FXL. Now I've been kind of figuring out the FXL, how it works, how it's going down, who's good, who's not, and you can see the line starting to pick that up now. So the DC for defenders barely won last game. They barely won last game. The DC defenders. So let me tell you real quick. Let me see what those rosters are real quick. I didn't get a chance to post this on the gram, man. If you guys are still out there, man, I appreciate you guys holding on there with me. Appreciate you rocking out with me. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. Like, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. That's how we really gonna run this thing up. So if you watch FXL, I think there's a game on at 7. I think it's the first game. That's what that says, right? I know there was a game yesterday. AJ McCarron's team. I forget what team he's on, but I know they won. They're 2-0. The DC Defenders are really not that good. The Vegas Vipers are supposed to be good, but they lost to Arlington, I believe, opening day, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that let me see, get this up. I think that and Houston beat up on whoever. I really like Houston. That's Wade Phillips's team. Orlando stinks. The Brahmas stink. This is Hines Ward's team. I know that for sure. I'm trying to think. I think somebody is known is on the Vipers, but I forget who. Um, Let me see here. Here we go. So, what's the first game we got? We got the DC Defenders versus the Vegas Vipers. I'll tell you right now. So, the DC Defenders, that's what it was. They had a quarterback carousel. They had Jordan Tamala, he was from Old Miss. Derek King was from Miami. Um, those are some names if you big college fans. If you follow college, you would know who those guys are. They barely won. I thought they got lucky last game. The other team they faced kind of got off to a kind of a cold start. in my opinion. But the DC Vipers, I mean, not the DC, the Vegas Vipers. Let me bring up that team real quick on my other screen. Tell you who's on that team real quick, just to get a sense of what this team is. They got Brett Hundley. If you guys remember him, he went to UCLA. He made it to the league a couple times. They have an okay running back core. They have Geronimo Allison. He used to play for Green Bay Packers. And then Martavius Bryant. You guys all know Martavius Bryant's from the Steelers. So they got some NFL pedigree type players and they got Vic Beasley. So they have like some NFL guys on that team that makes sense on why they should be winning. So that line is at 3.5. It's the reason why it's at 3.5. All these games have been close, really, to be honest. So this looks like this should be a low scoring game for what they're going for. So I'm gonna stay away from this one. And go to the Senate and go really to the Arlington Renegades and the Houston Roughnecks. I really like Houston in this matchup. I think this defense is for real. You can't do any other player props or any plays in here yet. It's just really the line. So if this is just a parlay filler for me, I would just do money line. I do like the over in this game. I think Houston scores over 20 points, if even more. But out of all the FXL games, I would just take the money line with the Houston Roughnecks. I think they get a win today. I don't see how they don't win. I think they're better. They're better coached, and it seems like the coaching is what really is what really is working for a lot of these teams. So give me the Houston Roughnecks minus money line minus 205, and that'll be a filler if you wanted to do that and go back to NBA and like Miami get plus 117. I think that's a solid bet. And if you wanted to add my other play right here, and just don't even mess with it, right? Let me see what's down 305. Let me see. Let me just see what that looks like. Winning method. It really is. It's really not a big difference. So that would be a decent play. Roughnecks minus 205, Miami Heat minus 215, and Dontel Mays minus 115. 3-team parlay, 3-1. Can't be mad at that. 50 to win you 200. It's a pretty decent bet. So there is baseball still. There's college basketball still. I'm gonna get my guy Renzo to give us some college plays for later today. So usually when we drop other plays, we typically drop the plays on YouTube Shorts. So like I said, man, if you guys aren't following us, please go ahead and follow us. So you make sure it's just really for you to be up to date. What we're doing, when the plays are dropping, so you can go on the money train with us. It's really what it is. Because right now we've been running it up. And I don't see that slowing down right now. I don't want it to slow down, right? I don't want it at all. I wanted to keep it moving, and keep this cash coming in because you already know it's tough out here, man. It's really tough out here. So that's all the plays I got for today. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, you guys are the reason why we do what we do. And if you're still with us, man, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I like it. We got 30 minutes in. We gave you guys a lot of plays. We give you NBA plays, FXL plays, UFC plays, mix and match and parlays and stuff like that. So may the betting gods bless you and your endeavors tonight. I'm going to finish up my little yak here. This is Moss Money. This is Money Pot. Until we meet again, good luck. We'll see you. I'm out.